What's up guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. As you guys can see here, I have a beautiful special guest. If you don't know who she is, of course you know who she is, so I'm not even gonna explain. For today's video, we're gonna be doing a Q&A. It's a little bit different of a Q&A. We're gonna be answering more specific questions about the business side of social media. So while we're answering these questions, we're also going to be making some HelloFresh. Wanted to give a big shout out to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know what HelloFresh is, it's a meal kit delivery service that delivers meals like in the exact quantities to your doorstep in an insulated, cooled box.
You can also choose your delivery day, and you can also do a regular box that's like a meat eater box or a vegetarian box. They also have a family plan if you have more people. I think you can do 2 people or 4 people or the family plan.
They also only take 30 minutes to cook, which is super convenient when you're in a rush trying to make your food quick.
Step 1 is to wash and dry all of your produce and preheat the oven. So we're gonna do that, cut up the potatoes, and answer our first question.
Okay, so the first question is, at what point did you realize that you can make a business from social media, and what...
The oven's ready?
And what do you recommend for people trying to start YouTube or become a social media influencer? So the point that we kind of realized that it could sustain both of us financially and that it was like a business was about 2.5, 3 years ago when I quit my job and started working full-time with Aspen with the vlogs and helping her film her videos.
I don't really remember like how much I made. I'm pretty positive, like pretty dang sure that it was enough to support like both of us, like if we were doing it together. But I feel like that's the biggest thing, is you need to be making either like as much money as you're making at your current job or even more money than you're making at your current job. And if your channel is kind of like smaller and you're just barely like getting by and just barely making enough to pay your bills from just doing YouTube, personally, I feel like that's too risky because YouTube channels just kind of go like up and down. Like, go after your dreams and follow your dreams, but I just personally recommend that you wait until you're really, really doing well on YouTube and totally making enough money to support yourself. This is actually a super interesting question. Oh, your friend asked this, so that's actually not as funny.
Yeah, I saw this.
But this is a question that maybe people would wonder though. This is Parker's friend tweeted him this, so it's not a real question, but it says, do your friends who sometimes star in your videos take a cut of the profits? If not, I think you may have a pretty solid lawsuit on your hands. So he's like joking, but I thought that this was a real person asking.
No.
Because of David Dobrik and how, I don't know how his system works, but he has like his friends in his videos a lot, you know? Our friends aren't really even in our videos that often.
Yeah, and when they are in our videos, it's not like they have like a part or something that's like this big thing that would be worth
It's like, oh,
paying.
with this person. Okay, so anyways. Next question, at what point, views/subscribers, can you start making money with YouTube? Even if it's just $1 per week, I don't know how it works.
Your views are really what matter. Subscribers are great, but that's not the important part. You get paid per how many views you have. So say like you had 1 subscriber and got 100,000 views on every video you uploaded, and you uploaded 3 times a week, you'd be making really good money. So there isn't like an exact number as to how much you make per view, but you can make money from the very beginning. From the very first video you upload, if you get views, you're gonna make money. All you have to do is monetize your videos in the monetization settings on YouTube. It's very easy to do.
That's kind of a newer thing. Like when I started back in the day, you had to apply to be a YouTube partner, and so that meant that like you could put ads on your videos. But I think now from day one you can do it. And obviously if you're like just starting out on day one, you're probably not really gonna get a lot of views, but eventually you'll build it up and get views. I made a lot of videos like before I was able to make any money at all. Like I spent so much time, so many hours making all these videos and not even getting paid and having to wait to apply for the partnership program. But you can do it from day one now, so it's pretty cool. All right, potatoes are done, going in the oven.
Okay, timer set for those for 15 minutes. How do you guys calculate how much you guys charge for like a sponsored Instagram post or a sponsored video? A lot of people base it kind of off of their viewership or their following base.
I was kind of talking about this on Instagram stories the other day, but we have management, so they are the ones who handle all of our brand deals.
I think that was another question actually, so let's answer that question right now. How did you guys get a manager, and if you have one, how did you reach them, and how did you end up having a manager basically? So we'll knock out that question too, which is Aspen actually like ran into our manager at a shoot.
Yeah, I had a different manager, and then I met this manager at a photo shoot. It was my Windsor photo shoot that I did when I was like in 17 magazine when I did a prom shoot with them. So it was a lot of years ago. But I met my manager there, and we thought it would be a good thing to work together. And that's like, it's so funny because it's so out of my comfort zone to like,
yeah, I
talk
know.
to
When I
people.
think about it, and I think about the fact that you just met her like randomly backstage at a photo shoot.
She manages Amanda Steele and Tyler Oakley and like all those people.
Yeah.
And Amanda was at the shoot, so that's why my manager was there. And my manager ended up giving me a ride back to my hotel. So I think just in the car, I was like, oh, so like, do you ever take new clients or anything? I don't know. We thought it was a good fit, so we ended up working together, but it's just funny because I feel like I'm just shy, so the fact that I was like, so,
I know. That's
will
the
you
part
sign
that
me?
surprises me. How many followers do you need before companies start reaching out to you?
You don't need that many, like
You don't.
especially with Luca and Gray, we reach out to a lot of people that have anywhere from like 5,000 and up, and that's still a lot of people, but when you're thinking about like a big, like that's a lower number of followers compared to like someone who has 1 million followers. Yeah, you don't really need a ton. I'd say anywhere from 5,000, especially with a lot of, even less than that, honestly. Like we've worked with people that have like 2,000 or 1,000 or whatever. Kind of just is gonna depend on your content.
If you don't have a lot of followers, but you have great content, that's also a bonus. Okay, here's a question. Someone said, how do you handle your taxes? Just like every other company or person or adult, everybody has to pay taxes. So yeah, we have an accountant that we have hired that literally just counts all of our numbers, and at the end of the quarter or whenever, he texts us and he says, write me a check for this much money, and we write him a check.
Another question people always ask is like if YouTube pays us to upload videos or if we have to upload videos. And I guess, I mean, YouTube doesn't pay us. Like there are ads on our videos, so we make money from YouTube, but YouTube is not like paying us to put videos on there.
Yeah, like we're not employed by YouTube.
Yeah, so we can upload whenever we want. There's no requirements. If you're doing a sponsored video or something, you obviously like have to upload if you signed a contract to work with a company. So that's the only time that you actually have to do anything.
Here's a question. Who are your current sponsors? Our current sponsor for today's video is HelloFresh.
Have you ever thought about going to Africa? This isn't about business, but we are going to Africa. We're going in July. Do you have tips for someone who's trying to make money online? Yes.
Yes, my tip would be to not worry about trying to like gain followers and stuff, but to just be you and post pictures that you would post and just be consistent with it, and the money and stuff will come after.
The thing is you have to realize how much work it takes to get to that point. Like people work so hard, and you should start off with it like as a hobby and it being like a passion of yours. Yeah. And of course people like know you can make money from it, so I'm sure that's a lot of people's goals, and that's okay. But you just like, sometimes people will text me and be like, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel, like what do I do? I'm not really happy at my job. And that's okay, but you just have to realize that it takes like a while to be able to make enough money to pay your bills. And so it needs to start off being kind of a side thing. And then, like we said at the beginning of the video, once you're like making enough money to pay all your bills, or making more than you're making at your current job, or like the same, or just like enough, that's when you can switch over. All right, so our potatoes are cooking. All we have to do is just cook the chicken in a pan for 4 to 6 minutes on each side. Stick the green beans in. Right now, we have to stir our potatoes, and then we're gonna make the sauce.
Okay guys, so our meal is done in just about 30 minutes. HelloFresh also has a section on their website called the Hall of Fame meals. Basically what it is the HelloFresh users have voted on what their favorite meals are. So my favorite meal from HelloFresh is the Juicy Lucy burger, but I'm not sure yet because I haven't even tried this yet, and it looks really, really good.
We also have a promo code for you guys as usual. If you go to HelloFresh.com, you can use the code AspenParker30 for $30 off your first box. We'll link it down below.
So check it out. We love HelloFresh. That is going to be all the questions that we answer today. So if you guys want to see a part 2 of us answering more business-related social media stuff on our vlog channel, let me know in the comments below and we'll make that for you guys. Remember, if you guys want $30 off your first week of deliveries, go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AspenParker30. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much to my beautiful guest for being here. Make sure you guys thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!